Yo YouTube, yugiohmarketman here. Sorry about the glare in the background. Try and block it as best as I can. Can't do much about it. Um, just coming to you with another deck that I've been working on that seems to be working pretty good. I've only taken it to one local so far because I couldn't go this past weekend. So it's only gone in a locals 3 and 2 because I had a really bad opening hand game 1 and 2. I really did terribly. And then my last 3 duels, I opened really good, and I just crushed my opponent. Um, but that's just the luck with Yu-Gi-Oh. But other than that, this deck is actually really, really good. It is really fast. It thins out the deck really quickly, so you can get what you need when you need it. There are no dualities, no warnings in here. This is all budget build. Every card in here is $20 or less. Um, I think the most expensive card in here is, as you can see from the title, is the Tengus, which unfortunately I only have supers. But yeah, here's the deck. Okay, you've got Trip Tengu, obvious. Since it's Machine Tengus, it's got to have the Tengus. Um, I'm not going to explain too much on obvious stuff. Triple Machina, Fortress, triple gear frame, and then I'm choosing to run double Peacekeeper because there's a lot of hands where I open up with these two. So I can just summon gear frame, grab the Peacekeeper, ditch these two, special the Fortress, and then I'll still have 2 fortresses left in the deck. And if I'm in a really tight position, I can set the Peacekeeper and grab the gear frame. If I only have these two in my hand, and like the rest of my cards are pretty much dead, I'll set that, search that out. Next turn I'll like Trunade or something, normal, get the second one, splash this on the field, poke him for a bit of damage, and go all nuts. Because I don't feel like dropping 2 fortresses just the special one. It doesn't seem worth it to me. Um, I'd rather be able to use all 3 fortresses than to only use 1 or 2. Then the 6 Karakuri cards I play are 3 Ninja Quick. This thing is basically your Shura. Once you kill a monster, you get a level 4 or lower Karakuri from your grave and face up defense, which is pretty nice because a combo is nice with Strategist. If you kill their only monster with Quick, you can special Strategist, switch himself, and then attack for 500, and then synchro into like Ancient Fairy or something like that. It just combos real nice. And then it also helps when you have this thing, you attack it, and then it switches to defense. If you kill something with Quick and get this back, you can switch this back to attack, which is pretty nice. Then you've got your staple tuner, your Gale, which helps me go into a lot of different things in this deck. I can go into 5s pretty easily. 7s are like no problem. I've gone into 1-9, which basically just uses the troopers. I've gone into Mistworm by having double trooper and summoning Gale, so it's pretty nice. And no, I don't run Trish. A lot of people say Trish is so much better, but really, I don't really care for Trish. Sure, it gets a card out of the hand, and for against Dandy matchups, like the plants and stuff, yeah, you can remove Dandy from the grave or whatever else that they need. But I like Mistworm because it gets rid of their back rows for a clean attack, unless they warning it. But just double card trooper because you can mill like crazy and thin out the deck pretty well. Spells are standard. Not going to explain that 6 lineup right there. You've got double Avarice because you thin out the deck so much that you want to get your monsters back. And it's a nice plus card if you're top decking, you can plus off of it. Limit to removal. It's machines, you kind of have to. And then I'm teching a Smashing Ground just because this deck sometimes has problem with monsters being on the field, so I can just get rid of their monster with Smashing. And then traps are pretty standard. You've got your 3 staple ones. You've got Dark Bribe and Double 7 tools, which are staples in my decks. Trap Stun, which is a nice DT one. I don't know. I'm just excited because it's DT, not common. But these things just give you the power to say no to everything. I'm more worried about traps than spells. That's why I'm running double 7 tools and Trap Stun over double Bribe and double 7 tools. Because Trap Stun will let me go into the OTK mode. These things stop the warnings and the judgment and stuff, and Bribe stops Dark Hole and True Nade from them going off. And Reborn, definitely play it on Reborn. Then you've got Bottomless and Compulse instead of double Bottomless, just because I'm trying to get myself used to playing Compulse, because once Xseed comes out, I know it's not going to be a really big thing, but for people who do play Xseeds, like Gravekeeper is going to be playing Xseeds, I'm going to use Compulse to bounce their monster back to their hand, which this also helps a lot out with the Gravekeepers now. They summon Descendant, bounce it back, or bounce back a different monster, so it works out really well. And then you've got your one D Prison, which just helps in overall cases. 1 second. Okay. Then your side deck is Veiler, Crow, double Nobleman, pretty standard stuff, double Dust, triple Light Imprisoning because fairies give this deck a hard time, double Shadow because Gravekeepers give it a hard time, double Chaos for both those decks, and a Malevolent Catastrophe just because we don't have Heavy Storm anymore. Extra deck consists of my 3 awesome monkey tokens. If you guys want some of these, I'll be glad to print them off for you and make them. It's a monkey drinking a Coke, and it's a token. It's pretty cool. Then you've got, since it's your machine stuff, you've got triple Beret and 1 Burrito, because you're only going to go into Burrito once, maybe, and that's only when you have Catastor on the field, or a Card Trooper and a Peacekeeper, and those two don't stay on the field together that often. And then with a level 3 tuner. That's the only way you're going to get this on the field. So I only play 1. And then you've got your Catastor, Iron Chain, maybe not, I don't know. You've got Brio, you've got your 2 Blackwing guys, because you can go into them pretty easily in this deck. Black Rose, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got Ancient Fairy. You've got Landoys, Mistworm, Stardust, Thought Ruler because I don't have a red Archfiend or a Scrap Dragon, and Colossal to go with the beastie like Sam stuff to get rid of them. So that's pretty much it for the deck. How much time? Okay, I'm at the 9-minute mark, so I'm going to say that this is the end of the video for right now. I'm going to put a link somewhere on here on the screen, and it'll be for the next video, which is a tutorial on like some of the combos for this deck. So yeah, peace out, YouTube.